Joining me now is Dr. Sivaranjini Santosh, who is not only a pediatrician who is completely aware of what is happening in terms of things that are being given to children. She's also a health advocate. And being a responsible pediatrician, she has fought a war against companies that were mislabeling sugar drinks as ORS. And this was being given to children by a lot of companies. Now, after 8 long years, the FSSAI has actually overturned that order and come back and said that no such company or packaging brand should label any sugar drink as an ORS. Is completely misleading. But where did the battle begin from? So, thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us. And as
And
you understand, it's a very important issue. And we saw that video of yours that has gone viral on social media where you are ecstatic and crying with joy. So, please tell us about it.
8 years of perseverance, 8 years of tension, and multiple times I've gone through the same emotion when things weren't working out. And finally, when it happened, and so suddenly, unexpectedly, I just couldn't stop getting emotional. And yeah, you saw me there.
Ma'am, did you ever think that your constant talking about the mislabeling of packaging will actually be heard by the government at this level? Because remember, there are so many issues. And the fact that you, being a pediatrician, also understand whether it's cough syrups, whether it's other things, there's a lot of things that are being added and being mislabeled in children's consumption products that we are talking about, but not everything leads to this outcome.
See, every government wants its people to be healthy and safe, right? So I was very sure that if it reached where it should reach, things will work. But I wasn't sure whether it would reach the people that it should reach. I wasn't sure whether people will allow this to reach the Prime Minister and the Health Minister. But I think it did reach. I made an observation around 2016, 2017. The diarrhea was worsening when we prescribed ORS as rehydrating solution for children with diarrhea. So when I asked the parents what they were giving, then they showed me these things.
Hmm.
Okay. So then I realized that these drinks have 10 times more sugar than what is to be there in the actual WHO recommended formula ORS. And that's why their diarrhea was worsening because extra sugar pulls water into the gut. Okay. So I
Hmm.
started raising awareness in 2018 through my YouTube channel. And of course, I started telling every parent. In 2021, I wrote to CDSCO saying, see, this is very misleading. Every pharmacy, every hospital, every supermarket, every school has these drinks only. Huh?
Hmm.
Okay. So why are you allowing this? Then they said, reply to me saying, send me proofs, send us proofs. So I sent these Tetra packs.
Hmm.
Then they said this we didn't give permission for this. FSSAI gave, so it's not our job. So I started writing to FSSAI. Also forwarded my letter to FSSAI. Then after two, three times to and fro communication, since no action was taken, I had written to Central Health Minister that time. Then finally an order was issued on 8th April 2022 saying no food or beverage can have ORS on its label with a suffix or prefix, either in the label or in the trademark, because that is very misleading and it can jeopardize public health.
Hmm.
So, but what happened, we don't know. On 14th of July 2022, that order was reverted and companies with valid trademark were allowed to use with a disclaimer. Use ORS on the label with a disclaimer. This is not an ORS. So disclaimers cannot protect dubious labels. Milan, you tell me, you would have many times gone and bought this ORS cell thinking it's ORS.
Correct.
Okay, how many of you read disclaimers? Okay, I would say it's our responsibility to read disclaimers, but think of the population of India. How many of them will even
Exactly.
understand the meaning of disclaimer? Okay,
Not at all, ma'am. Not
so
at all.
and you want to give a medicine to your child. See, ORS is 20th century wonder drug which saved millions of lives. Dr. Dilip Mahalanobis got Padma Bhushan award for this. Padma Vibhushan, I think. Yes, right?
Hmm.
Huh?
Hmm.
And the same in that same country, misleading high sugar drinks are being sold as ORS. The company protected itself legally by writing do not use during diarrhea. Nobody can see it. Okay. So in February 2024, again, they issued an order saying any company can launch a new product with ORS on the label, but they have to put a disclaimer. Glucon
Hmm.
D Active ORS and Ind ORS, they have been launched without the disclaimers, but
Hmm.
nothing was done. In September 2022, when that order was reverted, no, July, May. So I put a public interest litigation in Telangana High Court and I made the Central Health Ministry, FSSAI, CDSCO, and all these companies, Johnson Johnson and the spin-off company Kenvue and Reddy Labs, everybody respondents. And later
Hmm.
on, in 2024, because of my social media post, lot of support came from doctors, pediatricians, parents, influencers, journalists, podcasters, and Endocrine Society of India Women Pediatricians Forum impleaded in my petition, and my family supported me, though they were a little skeptical of what would be the repercussions for me and my family, but they supported me through thick and thin. And but things were not happening. So again in June 2025, I wrote to the health ministry with more proof from parents, case reports from doctors, videos where we recorded people going asking for ORS and they were given these high sugar liquids. I sent all this big
Hmm.
files, one to the Central Health Ministry and one to the Prime Minister's office. And I was waiting for them to respond. And meanwhile, the unfortunate incident of the cough syrup related deaths happened.
Yes.
And that
Hmm.
is when, like I said, like when will the regulatory bodies wake up? So how many children should die because of drinking these liquids during diarrhea for you to wake up?
Hmm.
That video went viral and many people tagged JP Nadda ji and Modi ji. And most probably it is that time when it reached their the people who it should reach. And maybe that's why the order came so fast.
Okay, okay. But ma'am, of course, the kind of population that we have in the country and even the educated people, they don't really end up reading labels. I'm saying that when the government allows manufacturers to make these products for children, it's obvious that we are trying to give them something to drink, something to eat, which is considered to be safe. It should be safe. But when it's not, whose responsibility it is? Is it the responsibility of the
Governments,
parent? Is it the responsibility of the government?
governments, and responsibility of parent is there. They have to read the label. No doubt about it. But the major onus is on the government. It cannot give permission to such things.
Hmm. But ma'am, how can we expect our populations to be all aware and educated enough to read the labels?
More awareness programs in the regional languages and labeling also should be, the regional language also should be there, labeling. Everybody
Hmm.
cannot read English.
Hmm. Right.
So that is one thing. And raising awareness through print media, social media, television media.
Hmm.
about how to read a label, and
Hmm.
definitely raising awareness about the importance of reading labels. And
Hmm.
definitely it should be available in regional language too.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And ma'am, since you also mentioned cough syrups, although there was a contamination that was found of diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol in the cough syrups, where 22 children have died in Madhya Pradesh. So it's not just the question of cough syrups, but it's about everything that we are today consuming, whether it's cold drinks, sugar drinks, paneer, dahi, milk, ghee, everything is finding adulteration. So, what is your comment or suggestion to people who are unaware of how to protect their children or how to protect themselves from this kind of problems?
Firstly, reading the label. What is in their hands? Reading the label. And learning things from the right people. There
Mm,
is so much, I mean, misinformation on social media. So they have to choose their educator, the right educator.
mm,
Don't follow random things that are being told on social media by random people.
mm,
Okay, if anybody is saying anything, check the qualification. Okay, this lady, Sivaranjini, is saying that, okay, milk mixes are not good for your children. What is her qualification? Okay,
mm,
this lady is saying, Give this milk mix to your child." What is her qualification?
mm.
Okay, so I'm an MD pediatrician from JIPMER. So definitely, I mean, like, weightage should be more, right? Rather than somebody who doesn't have a pediatrics degree and endorses a milk mix, right?
Mm,
So choose
correct.
your educator the right way.
Hmm. Ma'am, also with this whole controversy that has happened, and now that packaging should be done on ORS formulations only, which is something that is given by the WHO standards, doctors have also been blamed in many adulteration controversies. So you may have heard that this time the doctor was arrested in Madhya Pradesh. Although later there has also been a report that has said that he was taking bribes from one of the cough syrup manufacturers. But having said that, do you
I want
think
to
that
refrain
doctors
from
should be
answering
blamed?
your second question
Hmm.
because it is under investigation. I want to
Okay.
refrain from answering that. But the first part of it, the thing which killed the children is not the actual supposed component, chlorpheniramine or
Hmm.
phenylephrine. It is a contaminant. How
Hmm.
will the doctor know that there is a contaminant
Hmm.
in them? So he cannot be charged with culpable homicide. Beyond that, I refuse to answer about the remaining controversy.
Hmm. Ma'am, in the ORS packaging issue right now, there many other doctors who are pediatricians like yourself, who are a part of this community, who are aware of this problem and are willing to take this up for their patients as well?
Yeah, there were many who didn't know, but who came to know later because of the awareness campaign, and who supported me, and who put a lot of videos on social media profile about the same. But Indian Academy of Pediatrics, they didn't support me at all. They
They
didn't
did not.
support me. I was a lone fighter. I was a lone fighter. I was even mocked. Yeah,
Ma'am,
they didn't support.
why do you say that?
They didn't support me. That's why I'm saying that they didn't support me.
No, ma'am, why are you saying that you were mocked for some doing something like this?
They said, no, they said, like, "Well, what did you achieve by doing it? You still didn't achieve anything." I persisted, right? I achieved, right? I achieved it for the people, for the children.
Absolutely, ma'am. It's a test of perseverance that has shown that the government listens to those that have
It needed lot of tenacity,
skills
right?
that have.
I-
Right. In fact, your evidences are backed by science,
yes,
and the government has heard the call of science. And very
yes,
unfortunate that the Indian Association of Pediatricians have not really supported your
yes.
cause,
It's
but
very
it has
unfortunate.
certainly What would you like to say to them today, ma'am? What would you like to say
Today, I
something?
would say they are going in for elections. Every pediatrician in this country vote for a leader who will, who is ethical and who will stand by you for academics as well as ethics and who will stand for the children of this country. Come whatever. Religionism or casteism, don't go by any of these affiliations. Vote for the right leader.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am, once again, because your cause has actually opened eyes of a lot of people who were unaware and drinking sugar drinks, bringing them for their children, having labeled them as ORS under the pretext of protection from diarrhea and dehydration. And now that has changed because the government at the level of FSSAI has gone ahead and heard your plea after 8 long years. And we hope that a change for public health and citizen safety, children's safety continues from your end as well. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us.